Hello and welcome to Coffee with Carey. Thank you for being here today, for stopping by to hopefully be a part of the conversation. My comment section here, I love it when you guys share your opinions. I was just following up with a guy who accused me of not engaging with him because he disagreed with me, and I disagree. If I didn't want to hear his opinion, I would delete him from my comment section altogether. And I didn't do that. I haven't done that. And we are certainly all entitled to our opinions. You don't have to agree with me. I'm totally open to that on any of my episodes. So feel free to comment away and disagree. I only ask that we show respect for one another and our different opinions. That's all. So if you're new here, I'm Carey. I'm a matchmaker and a dating coach. If you are interested at all in working with a dating coach, I encourage you to check out my website. The link to it is in my description bar, but it's coffeewithcarey.com. And there's a whole section there in the About Me that asks a bunch of questions about you, actually, to determine whether date coaching could be useful to you at all. Maybe yes, maybe no. It's not for everybody, so that's helpful to a lot of people. A lot of people have said I checked out your website and decided I don't need you, and I'm totally okay with that. Today, I just wanted to speak a few minutes to you about dating with a growth mindset. It's something I've been interested in sharing with clients, and I thought I'd share it with you as well. If it sounds intriguing at all, stick around. That's what we're talking about. When I talk about dating with a growth mindset, it's kind of an approach. I feel like a lot of us in our 50s are on a different journey now. We're at a different place in our life where the focus has become more about ourselves. We don't have children we need to focus on raising anymore. We don't have a partner, if we're single, that we have to make sure that they're okay. We're able to channel that focus inward and try to become even better versions of ourselves in our 50s. And a lot of women, they just feel stronger and more confident than they have at other stages in their lives. So with that in mind, I thought we would look at how we can take dating into that growth mindset and make it more about learning about ourselves and the experience of it rather than it being, well, that's actually number one. Focusing more on the experience than the outcome. So that might help you understand where I'm coming from here. I think that being worried about where this is going and is this going to be a second date? Is this my person? Do they like me? Am I coming across the way I want to be perceived? Much more enjoyable to say, I want to learn about this other person. I want to share some of my stories and my opinions and learn who they are. Perhaps this back and forth, this experience of us getting to know each other will be great and we'll really enjoy one another's company and want to see each other again. We seem to communicate on the same plane and have a innate understanding of each other's ideas and viewpoints. This is pleasant. Let's do it again sometime. And also to be open to being better the next time and being open to the fact that not everybody's going to like you, that you're not for everybody. And that's growth usually for a lot of people right from the get-go. People aren't used to remembering that at the end of a date. If somebody doesn't want your number or doesn't want to see you again, that's growth to say, oh, all right, well, I thought we had a great time and I wish you all the best. And not to be wounded by that, but to grow and have that understanding that what can you learn from this date, right? What can you learn about dating, about this other person, about yourself, about your reactions to things, about where your mind goes in certain parts of a conversation. Just having that awareness during the date and realize that you're picking up maybe on things you weren't before when you were too worried about what the other person was thinking. You didn't have time to reflect on your thoughts and reflect on how things made you feel as opposed to how things made you think. So being present, being in the moment, being there to pick up on what somebody's saying or insinuating or wanting to ask you and really truly being present is a whole different way of approaching dating, and that might be interesting to you or a nice change of pace even. And number 3, that last one leads us to the fact that I think it's important to enjoy your own conversation, your own energy, enjoy your own company on a date. I think the best dates are when somebody else allows us to be a great version of ourselves, the part of ourselves who we enjoy being. Like if somebody were to show up on a date and want to pick fights with me about politics, I would not enjoy that aspect of my personality, right? And knowing who I am now, I might immediately just cut that short and say, hey, I don't want to talk politics on a first date. It never ends well. And hopefully I would already know this person's values well enough before meeting them. My clients do. I would ask for myself during that video call. I recommend everybody have before they show up for an in-person date. But if you haven't done that, or it's a setup from a friend of yours and this person tries to bait you with something, that's not going to allow you to enjoy your company if you're that version of yourself who finds that they need to argue with somebody or present your point of view in a more forceful manner when you were really in the mood to have a laid back, chill time, just sharing some stories and a glass of wine and seeing if this person is at all intriguing to you. So I think that learning how you best enjoy your own company, what parts of your personality you want to focus on and enjoy during the date can be really beneficial and something worth thinking about ahead of time. And number 4, when I think about growth, I think about curiosity. And I want somebody else who also has this mindset. So I encourage you to have in the back of your mind, be paying attention to some of the way this person shares who they are or what their interests are, what they do with their time. Are these activities that lead you to believe this is a person who is interested in continuing to learn, in continuing to grow as a human being, and to experience new things, that they aren't stuck in their own ways or stuck in their own thoughts, that they have a growth mindset? If you're feeling that you enjoy that process of growth in your 50s, you certainly want to make sure it's matched by somebody else you may be choosing to spend your time with. So I think it's important, an important quality to look for in another person, if it's important to you, that they aren't close-minded or view the world through a small lens if you're trying to widen yours. And then finally, number 5, I feel that as an evolved human, that it's important for me, and maybe you feel the same way, that it's more important to me lately what I'm giving rather than what I'm receiving in a conversation with somebody or getting to know someone new. So I try to be I'm trying to be a better listener in my life. And I feel that that's a generosity of some type, to listen and take in and truly work at listening, to be interested and to give feedback based on what another person said. And it may not be that I get to just chat all about me and all my fun stories and share the things I want somebody to know about me. You know, sometimes you're on a date and you just want to impart who you are. You want to somehow get them to know how amazing you are and all the cool experiences and how you got to be this person and how this life played out so that you could be here sitting across from them. But I think it's really an act of generosity to truly be interested. And I've been saying it for years that it's more important on a first date to be interested than interesting. And this might be a great example of that, and an area where we can choose to have a growth mindset. I'd be curious to know what you think about these ideas, if you agree or not, or rather it's just you just want to go and have fun telling everybody who you are. I totally get it if that's how you feel. In any event, I appreciate you stopping by today to be a part of the conversation, and I hope you'll share your opinion, whether you agree or not. And while you're there, please subscribe to my channel and then hit that ring bell so you're notified every time I upload a new episode. And I'll look forward to the next time we hang out. Thanks again, and have a good one. Make it a good one.